Hi everyone, and welcome to our presentation on BTEC Sport here at Christleton. My name is Mrs. Stewart, and I'm Head of PE and Sport, and I also teach BTEC Sport to our sixth form students, along with Mr. Davis and Mr. Clark. So, why study BTEC Sport with us? BTEC Sport's great as firstly it can provide direct progression into the workplace or onto university courses. It's a flexible way of learning, it's also unit-based, and finally, it offers a more hands-on approach to learning in many areas. There are a number of myths that surround doing BTECs as opposed to A-levels, and I just wanted to bust a couple of those. BTECs are not necessarily easier than A-levels, they're just a little bit different in the way that they are assessed. Most universities do recognise them as an equivalent to A-levels, and they also give you the same UCAS points as an A-level, and for many of our past students, this has meant the difference between getting into their university of choice or not. We as a sixth form choose to deliver BTEC Sports as an option, as we feel it provides a great balance of exams and coursework content that allows each and every one of our students to develop as individuals, gain knowledge and understanding in a broad field, and also opens doors to both higher education and the world of work. BTECs can be studied alongside A-levels or other BTEC qualifications here at Christleton. The qualification itself is modular, and this means that results are taken from 4 different units throughout the 2 years, as opposed to having 1 or 2 big exams at the end of a linear course. It also means that students must work hard from day 1 of the course, as every aspect of each unit is really important to their overall end grade. However, it also means that inevitably there is less pressure at the end of year 11 without those 1 or 2 big exams. So, first of all, let me break down the course content for you. The course is split up into 4 areas, and as you can see, they relate to a certain percentage of the qualification. The first one is Anatomy and Physiology, followed by Fitness Training and Programming for Health, Sport and Wellbeing, Professional Development in the Sporting Industry, and Sports Psychology. I'll go into a little bit of more detail on each of these areas to give more context about what the course entails. So Unit 1, Anatomy and Physiology. This is worth 33% of your overall mark and is assessed using an external written exam. It is heavily biology based and looks at the 5 major body systems involved with movement and how they adapt and react to exercise. This unit is taught in a fun approach using props, as seen in the photos, to engage students and visually aid them through quite a scientific unit and make it a little bit more fun. The next unit is Unit 2. This is Fitness Training and Programming for Health, Sport and Wellbeing, and this unit is also worth 33% of your overall mark. It is assessed using an external synoptic exam. Synoptic exams are a little bit different to normal, and they actually replicate more of a real-world scenario. This means that you get a pre-release of material given to you 2 weeks before the exam, which is a case study around a certain individual. You then get 4 hours preparation time in exam conditions, and within this time, you create 4 pages of help sheets to take into the exam with you. The exam itself is based around you helping a client with their overall health and well-being. You will identify issues with their current lifestyle and suggest modification techniques to improve this. You will also look at their diet and physical activity level, providing plans for how to improve both. I believe it's a fantastic unit. Unlike most normal exams, it allows you to prepare the way that you would in the real world of work. For example, how a physiotherapist would prepare before seeing their client. It also helps you to understand how others can become fitter and healthier, and many of our students find that they end up applying a lot of the theory to themselves as well as the people around them. The next unit is Professional Development in the Sporting Industry and is worth 17% of the course. It is assessed internally, which means that the teachers assess it, And within this unit, the students research the scope of the sporting industry. In terms of assessment, students complete a skills audit of themselves and identify any areas to develop as part of their career development action plan. They look at which professional qualifications they would need to get certain jobs. They then complete a full job application process. They do any paperwork, such as application forms, letters of application, before undertaking several interview and recruitment processes, from presentations to group tasks. The final stage of this unit is an interview that is quite formal with an employer or a HR executive from a local business and the sports community. Again, we think this unit's really great as it actually allows students to get better at interviews. And for many of them, it's their first opportunity to have an interview, and that does help them when they go on to try and get part-time jobs or jobs when they leave school. Finally, Unit 6 is Sports Psychology. It's again internally assessed coursework that comprises of 3 assignments and is 17% of the course. These are heavily based in report writing and require you to compare and contrast psychological theories, looking at how the mind of the sports performer works. It's an intriguing unit as it looks at the reasons for the fine margins between success and failure within sportsmen, men and women at all levels of sport. So, what do you need to be able to study BTEC sport? So first and foremost, you really need to be hardworking. You need to have a good team ethos and work well as a part of our team. Everyone in the class is part of that. It's good to have good communication skills, and you'll need excellent time management and planning skills to ensure you keep up to date with all the coursework demands throughout the 2 years. An enjoyment of human biology at GCSE is important, as 33% of the course is human biology based. It's also great to have an interest in sport and or health and well-being. And finally, it's good to enjoy the theoretical application of physical education and sport, as there is actually no practical sport assessments as part of this course. In terms of requirements for what you've done previously, it is advantageous if students have studied either BTEC Sport or GCSE at Key Stage 4. However, this is not at all necessary, and we have had many students who achieve top grades having not studied it before, and you will hear from one of those on the next slide. If you have studied sport or PE previously, we would require you to have achieved a minimum of a merit or a grade 6 at BTEC or GCSE respectively. And again, an interest in human biology and psychology would be advantageous. So, what do our current students say? So we have a couple of quotes here from some of our students, several of whom are carrying on to go to university within sporting roles. One in particular left us a voice note. So this is Jasmine.
There are plenty of reasons to choose BTEC Level 3 Sport as one of your options at A-Level. It's a fantastic course that has a perfect balance between coursework, exams and assignments. The course is great in that it offers life and job skills such as the ability to meet deadlines, create presentations and practice interviews that may give you confidence in future scenarios. I personally don't have a passion for a specific sport, I just enjoy health and well-being in general, so don't be put off if you don't play a sport or particularly enjoy one yourself, because the course has a bit of something for everyone and almost every aspect of it can be adapted to your own interests.
So, finally, where can BTEC Sport take me? So sport is one of the fastest growing sectors for jobs and degree courses in the UK, and most of our students go on to study or into the world of work in a related area. We are very proud of the growth and success of our course over the last couple of years, and in the summer of 2020, 100% of our students achieved a grade distinction or distinction star. And as we had finished the course before lockdown happened, for many it meant that they received unconditional offers of for a university of their choice before the grades came out at the end of summer. Jobs and areas of study that we have seen our students progress into are broad, and have included anatomy and physiology, with a look to become a physiotherapist, sports therapy, sports business, coaching, the army, and even a town planner. However, there are many other job roles that you can see on the screen that are related to the BTEC. As a department, we pride ourselves on our relationships with the students we teach. We do everything in our power to help you to achieve your potential in every single way we can. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to welcoming you in September 2021 onto the BTEC Sports course.